This is the law of attraction.
The law of attraction.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction.
And the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking real, man. Manifesting is real.
Understand this. If you can see it, you don't have to know how to get it. Your life will change.
Constant repetition carries conviction.
How do you connect these?
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Fear, you attract what you feel, what you are, what you attract. What's on your mind. Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
the law of physics. I don't know how anybody can disagree with that. It's just, ask any physicist, they'll tell you that it's true. Yeah.
Albert Einstein, God bless him, he sure had his act put together, didn't he? He said, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics.
You know, folks, I'll admit it, my life is going really, really well. Many of my dreams have come true. You have to understand, you are a magnet. Whatever you are, that's what you draw to you. If you're negative, you're going to draw negativity. You positive, you draw positive. You're a kind person, more people are kind to you. So you're like a magnet, you know, and you got to understand something about like attracts like. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Being smart from the beginning, up here, will create whatever the fuck you want here.
When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it, like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up, you know, doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no excuses. There's no fucking days off. There's no, you know, not willing to grind and, you know, everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining and you know, pussy ass bullshit that a lot of people do these days. There's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want, they know who they are, and they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
Nowadays, everybody's got to go to shrinks and counselors and go on Sally Jesse Raphael and talk about their problems. Whatever happened to Gary Cooper, the strong, silent type? That was an American.
We're all in a battle with our own brains. That's
all
life.
Of us.
That's all life is.
It's the most powerful thing in the world, is your own brain. It can work for you or against you. So when I was 297, and I was all fat and out of shape, and I couldn't run a quarter mile, and I was drinking milkshakes and eating boxes of donuts, I visualized, man, how would it feel? So there was 22 guys that graduated. I watched this segment on TV about these guys going through Navy SEAL training. I saw these guys just quitting. But at the very end, it says 22 guys, there's commanding officers up there, and he gives this great speech. I was like, man, I wonder. So I started visualizing me being the 23rd guy in these dress whites, sitting there with these guys, getting that Navy SEAL, you know, graduating this Navy SEAL training. I was like, God. So I put myself there. I was like, man, that's an amazing feeling. I put myself there at 297, not even able to do anything that these great men were doing. I said, man, if I could feel that, that would change my life.
My brother and I used to sit around and talk about what could be if only we managed to get it out. How it would feel to have this car, how it would feel to be in this place, how it would feel to be famous and internationally renowned, how it would feel to go to Saint-Tropez and live on a yacht, how it would feel to be able to fly on private planes, how it would feel to not have to worry about food anymore. My brother and I used to imagine for hours. We used to talk about it. We believed in this version of reality where we somehow made it. You lack imagination. You don't want it enough to talk about it and imagine over the temporary dopamine and entertainment you can achieve.
Kevin, there's nothing out there for you. Maybe it was your time to lose. You didn't think so. Lose? I don't lose! I win! I win!
I'm sure you're probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You're probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again, and I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there for the world to see and then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're gonna do and go and do it.
You lived up to your promise to be the first person to knock out Max Holloway. Just how does it feel knowing, you know, another prediction you forecasted came to life?
I call this because I knew it. It's a surprise for a lot of people, but for me, it's like I knew it. I said it and I did it.
The difference between me and you, it's that you need to see to believe. I first of all believe and then I see.
I always dreamed as a kid that, it was possible to score 80 or 90 or 100. I always just had a dream. Like sometimes you lay down in bed and you visualize things and you just kind of, that's at least how I would go to sleep. I'd lay down, I'd imagine playing for the Lakers, and I'd imagine what the uniforms look like, I'd imagine where we'd be playing, and, the smell of the arena and all sort of stuff. And I would see myself, getting hot, and score 10 straight points. And then
I started visualizing at like 13, 14, just so everything around me was taken care of when I got to a meet, so I could be completely relaxed. So when I put my headphones on, all I'm thinking about is the music. I get to go up and just do what I practice to do. All of those countless hours of staring at the black line at the bottom of the pool, that was for this moment. So I just never really thought when I got behind the block and let everything do what was supposed to happen. If I didn't get the results that I wanted, then I would just go back to the drawing board.
A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
The biggest life lesson that I've learned is the power of the mind, and just how important it is to look at yourself at a high regard and to believe in yourself. I think in order to paint a bright future for yourself, you have to be able to see it in your mind. You have to believe in it, and the more you believe in it, the more your world will start to change, and the more you'll just start to, see your beliefs come to pass. So, to answer your question, just self-belief.
Everything is possible in your life when you believe. When you believe, everything is possible.
Nothing
tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it.
I always knew so. I knew I wasn't going to be regular. I just knew like I was going to be great at something. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I was going to be great at something. I just knew greatness and madness are next door neighbors, and they just borrow each other's sugar once in a while. Use the story of me when I drive this beat up Honda and I'd shift the gear stick and not just do this. It was madness. It was me preparing for having a sports car, paddle shifts.
Around 2010, 2011, I went through this huge spiritual thing where I became obsessed with the power of the mind. And I got into it deep, like really deep, just meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are, like how we really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief. So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was the shit, and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose into.
And my personal question to you is, why not you?